Good morning, boys and girls. I'm coming at you live with another read aloud for our Wonders unit. So we're moving on, but we're staying with that theme of animals. And I think you guys are going to really like this story that I have for you today. So, as we go through the story, I'm going to have some things I need you to think about, look for, and will kind of guide us through our reading. So for today, let's start with what the story is. Our story is called The Birthday Pet, and it's by Ellen Javernick, and you can already tell from the picture on the cover that this is going to be a pretty interesting story, right? Typically when we think of pets in our home, domesticated pets, pets that aren't from the wild, we think of things like cats and dogs, maybe a hamster, but it looks like he has something a little bit unique and different, a turtle. So I'm excited to see what this story is about and kind of go from there. This story is something called realistic fiction, which means that this is a story that could actually happen, and there's characters in it, and they talk back and forth to one another and use something called dialogue. So when people are talking in the story back and forth, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm doing well, how are you? That's called using dialogue, okay? And all that's used for is to help the story be told. So we're going to read this story, and as we're reading it, you guys are going to have the most important job at making predictions as we read. That means coming up with an educated guess on what you think might happen next, or why you think somebody's feeling something. And then we're going to confirm, which means decide it was true, or check it and figure out what actually is going on. And we'll determine our predictions that way. So I think you guys are really going to love this story. I can't wait to read it to you. So let's get started. The Birthday Pet. It was Danny's birthday, and his folks said he could get any kind of animal he wanted as a pet. So it looks like there's a snake he could get, or a mouse, a chicken, a dog, a cat. I wonder what Danny's going to choose. He's thinking. That's a hard decision to make. I definitely wouldn't want to. What do you think? Let's see. Danny thought it over. Before he went to bed, all I really want is a turtle, he said. Ooh, rhyming words, said in bed. Keep an eye out for those rhyming words too. They might be useful when we're making some of our predictions. A turtle would make a cool pet. But instead, Dad said, you don't want a pet that sits still like a log. So he went out and got Danny what rhymes with log? It'll help us make our prediction. Dog! We knocked him over. Wonder how Danny feels about the dog. The dog knocked Danny over when they went outside to play. If Danny took her walking, she always ran away. Oh no. I don't think this dog is up to Danny's speed. I think he wanted something a little slower, a little more timid, which means like calm, relaxed, quiet. Which dogs definitely are not. How's the dog? Asked his father. Danny shook his head. All I really wanted is a turtle, he said. There's those rhyming words again. Oh, Dad loves the dog, it looks like, but looks like he's painting a box to almost look like a turtle shell, so he's still dreaming about that pet turtle. But instead, Mom said, a turtle's not cuddly or soft like a mitten. So she went out and got Danny a... What do you think? Let's see. A kitten! Oh, the kitten was cuddly, but it made Danny sneeze. Whoa. And he always had to get it down from the trees. Cats like to climb. So poor Danny can't keep up with the dog. It's too much. It sounds like he's allergic to the cat. And the cat is some trouble as well. How's the kitten? Asked his mother. Danny shook his head. All I really want is a turtle, he said. So it kind of sounds like Mom and Dad are getting the pets that they want and kind of not listening to what Danny wants, which that's tough. But instead, his big brother said, you ought to pick a pet more exciting than that. So he went out and got Danny a... I wonder, what do you think his brother's going to get him? Has to rhyme with that. Rats! Oh, no! The rat's beady eyes were a scary sight, and the rat kept Danny up when it gnawed in the night. Look at Danny's face. He is like, no man, no rat. Older brothers, they're weird. Oof. No thank you. I don't like mice. I don't like rats. I don't think they make a very good pet. Not in my house. How's the rat? Asked his brother. Danny shook his head. All I really want is a turtle, he said. Oh, poor Danny. And look, he's still dressing up even more so like a turtle like before. He's got the box on his back. He's got a helmet on his head. He looks like he has flippers. He just doesn't want any of these pets that his family's getting him. But instead, his older sister said, you would like a turtle? Oh, turtle is absurd. Absurd means crazy. So she went out and got Danny a... judging by the picture, what do you think she might have gotten him? Has to rhyme with absurd. Let's see. Bird! As he flies by Danny's face. Ah! I don't know, man. I don't think Danny's gonna like him either. The bird only nipped. It didn't even talk. It was sort of pretty, but it had a nasty squawk. Oh my gosh. Lots of rhyming words in this story. I love it. How's the bird? Asked his sister. Danny shook his head. Not one of you listened to anything I said. Oh, poor Danny. And he is a complete turtle now. He even has a turtle crossing sign on his shell. But you can tell all the family got pets that they wanted and not pets that Danny wanted. And it was supposed to be Danny's decision, so I'm sure he's feeling kind of low and bummed about it. So instead, his family got Danny a turtle! Look how happy he is. Oh, look how happy the turtle is. I love it. With a little bow on his back. With a nice hard shell. Danny couldn't wait for his show and tell. So cute. Definitely a pet that Danny can handle. The turtle blinked her eyes and never made a sound. Just sitting very nicely on his desk while he's doing his work. She played peekaboo as she crawled around. Doesn't look like the teacher's a big fan, but I wouldn't mind a turtle. Miss Lorenz would be okay with that. He fed her bugs and lettuce and he made a turtle gym. Oh, look at her eating. How cute. Danny thought the turtle was the perfect pet for him. I like his turtle gym. I hope it jumps through the hoop. Be very exciting. So Dad kept the dog. His brother kept the rat. His sister kept the bird. And Mom kept the cat. Danny kept the turtle. And that was the end of that. The end. I love that story because I think Danny is a cute character. He's just this kid who's been told he can have a pet for his birthday, and everybody seems to want to get a pet for themselves instead of a pet for him. And we all kind of sometimes do that, right? We all kind of sometimes think about things that we want instead of things that other people want when we're giving gifts or things like that. So it's important to take a step back and really think about what someone else might want and how we can help them, right? So we have a big question for you guys to answer on Tuesday for your Flipgrid. And so the question is this. Are you ready? If you could have one of the pets from the story to have on your own, they're your own very own pet, which one would you choose and why? Draw a picture to match. So Miss Lorenz, for example, kind of already has her answer because you guys know I have a dog and I love Milo. He's my favorite, and I've always wanted a dog when I was growing up. I was never allowed to have one. So as soon as I moved out of my parents' house, I got a dog because I love dogs. I got a cute little puppy, and he was a lot of work, but now he's a big old dog, and he's still a lot of work, but I love him very much. So I would go with the dog, and then I would draw a wonderful picture of my wonderful Milo because he's my favorite. So you guys share with me. Maybe you have a pet at home, or maybe you'd like a different pet than the ones you have. Maybe they're not really your pet. I know my mom comes over to my house all the time, and she always tells Milo that he's her dog. But it's not her dog. It's my dog. So maybe it's your brother's dog or your mom's dog, and so you'd like a dog of your own. What would you name it? What would it look like? Let me know. I'm excited to see. So I will see all these amazing responses on Tuesday. Can't wait, and I'm excited to see what you guys got for me. I'll see you then.